Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to the Scan Tool Network. In this video we're going to be taking a closer look at some of the best tools that we think are available for the VW T4, T5 and T6 transporters or your converted camper vans. There's a few tools here and we're really going to focus on the handheld tools, the tools that plug straight into the vehicle as opposed to the tools that will plug into a laptop, because we probably understand that if you've got one of these vans or you've got a camper van that space is at a premium and you don't necessarily want to be taking around big control boxes, laptops to plug into the vehicle, it's a lot easier if you've got something which is like self-contained in a box like this. So we've got three tools here that we believe are really the best tools for VW camper vans, T4, T5 and T6s, and I'll go through all of these now. The links to these are all in the description below this video, so it just makes it really easy for you to access. Now, we do recommend that you go through those links because there are fakes, there are clones on the market and they can damage your vehicle. So it's really not worth going down that route. It's really best to stick to the links and they will take you to the genuine and official products, okay? So the first tool, this is the cheapest and this is going to work through to the most expensive. So this is the iCarSoft VORS version 1.0. So this is really suitable for T4s, T5s, which will cover up to generally around about 2015 models, okay? So if you've got things like a warning light which needs to be diagnosed or reset, so let's say you've got a glow plug light, a check engine light, an airbag, an ABS, traction control, brake warning light, this tool will diagnose that on those T4 and T5 vehicles. It also does oil service resets as well, so you know when you start the engine, you'll generally get like a message to say oil service in so many miles or oil service overdue minus however many miles. This tool will allow you to reset that as well. And one thing actually in all of these tools, before we go any further, is that some of the camper vans or some of the vans which are quite low spec don't have a temperature gauge. So if you wanted to find out what the engine temperature was at any given point, you can view live data with these tools. Some guys have gone down the route of actually getting an aftermarket kit installed whereby it shows the engine temperature, but I think if you're on a camper van, you're probably going to be using it through the summer months. It's going to get quite hot, so I think having an aftermarket temperature gauge or at least one of these tools so you can keep an eye on the temperature when the engine is running is ideal, and it's probably a must in fact. This van here doesn't have one, so I've been using this tool here just to sort of hook it up and have a quick look periodically to make sure the temperatures are all fine, okay? So that's the VORS version 1.0. It's the most basic tool, and it is the cheapest, but it will do a lot of good functions for you in your T4, T5 if you've got one, providing you need to do one of those resets, okay? Now this is the VORS version 3.0 tool. Some of you may know that there is a VORS version 2.0. I wouldn't recommend going for that tool. This is a little bit more than that, but the coverage that this tool gives you and the functionality that this tool gives you, it's definitely worth going for this one over the version 2.0. So I'm not even going to talk about the version 2.0. So this will do everything that this tool will do. However, this will do additional functions, so it'll do the oil service resets as well. I've got a little list here. So on the T4s, T5s, and this also works on T6s, this generally works on up to and including 2020 vehicles, okay? So this one's only up to 2015, this one's up to 2020. Now, that's at the time of making this video. This tool won't go any further. This tool, they will probably add the software for the likes of the 2021s, the 2022s. I've used this on a 2021 vehicle and it did work. So the official data says that it goes on the up to 2020, but if you've got a 2021 or 2022, I think it'll be okay, but don't hold me to that. So additional functions will include new battery registration, electronic park and brake calibration and reset, electronic throttle calibration and reset, oil service reset as I said, and steering angle sensor, okay? So that's the VORS version 3.0. It has better hardware, better software than this tool. So if you were contemplating one of these two tools, I would certainly go for this one, okay? And then we move on to the iCarSoft CR Max. You will see, I don't know if the screen's gone off or not, it's like a touch screen system, so you can scroll through the different icons. This tool will do everything that this tool will do, but this tool covers all makes and all models, okay? Even things like Ferraris, Lamborghinis. Probably not many of you T4, T5, T6 owners have those vehicles, but it does everything, and it also does your other day-to-day stuff like your BMWs, your Fords, your Audis, your VWs as well, Volvos, everything really. It covers all manufacturers, from the European manufacturers, the Asians, the Americans, the Australians as well. So if you've maybe got one of these as like a summer van or a work van, and you've also got another make or another model in your family or your friends group, or you need to look after more than one manufacturer, then this is probably the tool I would go for. So again, it is more expensive because you do get more vehicle coverage, but the functionality is going to be the same as the version 3.0 tool. All right. So with my personal sort of recommendation, my experience with these tools, the tools that I would go for, the tools that I would recommend to you guys, or actually one more function of this tool, and this one in fact, is that it can verify the mileage in the vehicle. So it generally works on vehicles sort of 2013, 2014 onwards. It wouldn't work in this one because this is a 2008 model. But if you've got a vehicle 2013, 2014, and maybe you're thinking about buying it, or you wanted to just double check the mileage on it, there is a section. We have put more videos on this channel on how to do that with the VORS version 3.0. Just search something like VW or Audi genuine mileage check, something like that. And it shows you where to go in the menu systems and how you can check the mileage. It takes the mileage. What this does is it reads the mileage from the ECU of the vehicle and not the speedo cluster. So if the mileage has been corrected somewhere along the line, it's generally corrected via the speedo cluster. This reads the mileage from the ECU, so you can make sure that it all ties up and all matches up. But yeah, where was I? So if I was to recommend something between these three tools for my personal use and my personal vehicle, well, if I only had VW, Audi, Seat or Skoda to look after, it would definitely be this tool here. If I had other makes and models to look after as well, definitely this one. And as I say, these are really portable, compact. They come with like a, so you don't necessarily need to take the box around with you, but like they come with a carry pouch as well. So the tool fits inside there, and you can put it in one of your storage containers inside the vehicle. So the VORS 3.0, if you only want to look after VAG vehicles, or if you've got more than one, go for the CR Max. But as I say, I'll put the links to these kits in the description below this video. Yeah, and if you've got any questions or anything like that about any of these tools, then I'll put the email address in the description below as well. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps.